What's going on, everybody? Here we are, almost 1 month in. We are 4 days shy of 1 month as I'm recording this, of the beginning of this journey. The eBay way turned $50 into $5,000. The premise was to see how long it took if somebody was a part-time eBay person, maybe had a full-time job, maybe had limited funds, how they could just take $50 of their income and turn it into much more than that over time. So we are almost at 30 days in, and here's where we stand. As we sit right now, we are positive $606.56. So we took the $50 and we turned it into just a tad over $600 in less than 30 days. A lot of it was that skateboard, getting lucky on that skateboard and finding it, yes. But that's part of the beauty of doing eBay, going out sourcing, is you are going to find gems that just gonna blow your mind. It just happens. Luckily, it happened on the first video, so that was kind of cool. So I'm gonna get into what has sold this past, what weekend? Because I did this, last episode, like Friday? And I spent $106 on all that stereo equipment and stuff. If you haven't seen that video, check back. Stuff's in the store at urban-picker.com. I sold one item and I took an offer on it, and I took far less than what I could get out of it, but my goal was to make my money back. Like I've told you in past videos, if I can make my money back in 24 hours, I'm going to do it. Even if it's giving somebody a bargain of a price. Because you know what? They're happy. They may follow me and come back and buy more stuff. Plus, it served its purpose in getting me my money back, my spending money. So I could take that money, throw it into something else. And then everything else that you saw in that last video, all that stuff is paid for now. All of it is paid for. So it's just pure profit on those items. So to put yourself in that comfortable position, don't be afraid to take less for something than what it's going for. Because it's people say that you're bringing down the market and what have you. No, everything, especially used items, they're only going to be worth what somebody's willing to pay. And if I can give somebody a great bargain and they're going to remember where they got that item, and it served my purpose in getting my money back on everything that I bought that day, then it's a win-win all the way around. And one item's not going to kill a market. What kills markets is if you find something that's totally rare and you find like 50 of them and you put them all up and you flood the market. That's what brings the market value down, is when market is flooded with an item. So selling that one item at probably $40 less than what I could have got out of it, that's not really killing the market on an item like used stereo equipment. So I made $145, $150, $60, $70, $180 over the weekend on items from this project. And so I'm going to flip the camera around. We'll go through the few that we sold this weekend. All right, we're going to get into what we sold. We sold a CD, the Grace Jones CD, 2-disc set. Sold it for $6. Nike Shox that I just picked up. They've already sold. I took an offer for $24 on those, if you remember. Next up, a pair of shoes from the very first video. Finally sold. I'm surprised it took so long, but I did price them a little high. But I did take an offer on these for $45. If you remember, the place where I get my shoes at here, they costed me $4 a pair. Costed me. Is that even a word? Costed? They cost me $4 a pair. So I had $4 in the shoe, turned it into $45. And last but not least was the equipment. It was the Polk Audio big ass subwoofer. So that was pretty cool. So sold that, took an offer for $100 just to move it and get my money back with the quickness. So there we are, and we're going to flip this puppy back around and get into our next pickups. All right, so we're back, and we're going to get into... Somebody said on one of my videos, it looks like I'm casting a spell because of my hands. I don't know where that came from. I didn't do that in my shoe videos, did I? I don't know, I'll have to go back and watch some of my old videos. I think that's something new I've been doing. But anyway, actually I pretty much used my hands all the time because I remember when I used to work in retail out in public and somebody asked me if I knew sign language because they were picking up words. And at that time I was dating somebody who knew sign language. So I would subconsciously pick things up. So I guess I've always kind of used my hands to talk. All right, so we're going to get into what I'm listing today. They're all drafted, ready to go. I just got to activate them and they'll be done. All right, so let's go. We're going to get into this, see what we got here. Most of this stuff I've been picking up at one place. It's turned into my little honey hole, if you will. I've only, at one time, went someplace else to pick up a few extra items. So I went back to the same place. I got all that audio equipment, and this is what I picked up today. We've got the Polaroid Kodak instant camera, the newer versions, where it prints out the picture for you. Pretty cool. I paid $4 for that, and the disc and the wires. I know, right? $4. I paid $4 for that. I've listed it for $49.99. So we got that. We've got these Adidas. They are the Marathon 10.5. These are marathon shoes, running shoes. So I personally never seen a pair of these in person. I saw them on the shelf and I'm like, oh, snatch. Gotta get those. I didn't even look them up while I was there, but this is the Marathon 10.5. I could not find nowhere that's selling these online. The 10s, Marathon 10s, were selling on eBay. They were a little bit different. I think they didn't have like this extra space there, and who knows what else was different. And they were selling for pretty decent money. So I'm like, well, this is 10.5. I can't find any. Maybe it's a step higher, step up. So I put like an extra $10, $15 on my price just to see what happens. Obviously, there's best offers, so I put them up for $69.99. So the 10s were selling $40, $50. So got nothing to lose there. I wanted to get more into other things. Like I said, diversity. Gotta love diversity. Brings people into your store. And so I was going through more detail on the women's shoes at this place, and I found these. This was a Cole Haan brand. So I'm not too hip on women's shoes. I don't know too much about them, so I'm just digging into them, starting to educate myself so I can make more moolah, if you know what I'm saying. So these were kind of cool. And anything flashy or that stands out, usually, you know, it's going to be a good starting point when you're learning something new. These I put up for $29.99. Shoes at this place at $4. So there you are on that. Another pair of Cole Haans, but these are some wedge heels. The thing that caught my eye about this is, check this out. Nike Air. A Nike Air sole. Pretty, I never knew that Nike lent their technology out to other shoe companies. Maybe they own that shoe brand. I don't know. I'm new. I'm new to women's shoes. Newer, so maybe I'll dig more into deeper history on that brand and why they use Nike Air soles. So cool. I cut these up for $39.99. So works for me. We've got now, let me scoot up here. Found this brand new. An Adidas, the climate controlled shirt. Brand new with the tag. $50 from whatever that website is. Is it from that website? No, that's maybe something else I got. Something else I picked up this weekend was from that sports website that sells all the sports clothes. Whatever they're called. So brand new. $50 retail supposedly. So I put it for $29.99. See what happens. See what happens. Another thing, getting more into women's jeans. I've sold a couple of pairs of jeans. I think the Buckle, the BKE brand, was a women's jeans I sold. This one, the patterns, what got my attention. And the brand, couldn't really find too much on the brand for sale that has sold. So these were kind of a gamble, but I figured they're going to be unique enough with the design that somebody may buy them just based on that alone. I've got these up for $39.99 in my store. So and as I've said before, anything when it comes to employee shirts, employee hats, I grabbed all that stuff. I just sold one. You have to look on my Instagram. I put it up there. I just sold an employee hat. I don't remember who it was though. But so an Emo's local pizza employee shirt, I put it up for $20. This is a prime example of why I walk through a store 3 or 4 times. It's so easy to be overwhelmed, at least for me, when I'm going through a thrift store, that there's so much, so it kind of overwhelms me. And the way my mind is set up, I'll miss things easily. So I circle the whole store 3-4 times. My first go through, I usually look for things I know, things I recognize, things I see that are just gonna pop, and I'm gonna be like, grab, throw it in my cart. If it's something I need to look it up. But that's the first quick go through, grab anything I know or think may be of value, throw it in. Then I go through, maybe get a little bit more detailed, looking in spots maybe I didn't look in before, looking behind a few things, taking a little bit slower routine. Then after I do that, I'll go through again, and I'll do like just a whiff buy of stuff, looking for certain colors or textures or whatever that pops out at me. This, I don't know if this was put out or if somebody just moved it, because I missed it on maybe the first time I went down the aisle. But when I went down next time I went down the aisle, shirts were separated and this was kind of sticking out. So it stuck out like a sore thumb to me. Obviously you can see because of the color. So it stuck out like a sore thumb. Pendleton. So there we go. 100% virgin wool. Wool. But a good shirt. I got this up for $69.99 in the store. So there we are. I got one more item, which I'm gonna have to flip around to show you, because it's too big to pick up. Yep, it's stereo equipment from the same place. This one was priced a little bit higher, but let me show you. So there we are, the Sony 3-disc changer bookshelf stereo, dual cassette, 3-disc, AM, FM, all that good stuff. I paid $15 for this. So with the remote, with the antenna, so it's nice working condition. So there we are, the Sony stereo I've got in the store. I put it up for $99.99 with $50 shipping. I'm a little high on this, but there's nobody that has one up. The remote itself sells for $10. One without the speakers, international site, sold for $75. I did not find any comps on this in 2019. The closest one I found, there was two that sold in, where are we at? On the Terror Pack research thing that eBay does. In 2018, at the end of 2018, it's showing two different ones sold for $60 a piece with $30 shipping. Shipping's a little bit more than it was at the end of 2018, so I had to throw $50 shipping on it, and I started just to put it up for $59. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to shoot high. I can always lower the price in a month if it hasn't moved. So we went a little high, $99.99. So I think we'll have to wait and see. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay. And if I'm the only one out there, somebody may be willing to pay that $99. So I spent a total of $49 this week. So right at our $50 mark where we wanted to stay. Last week was the exception because I made that rule where, you know what, sometimes you gotta fish out a little bit more. If that deal just falls in your lap, and within 2 days, I had my $100 back. So that goes to show that if you know it, if you know enough stuff, your gut's gonna lead you in the right direction. So always learn, always watch people's videos like these and look at what has sold, and always just keep learning new information, because the more information you pack into your head, the better decisions your instincts are going to make. And always follow your instincts. They're either going to tell you yes, no, or I don't know. So always follow your instincts. So that's it. That's everything for this week. Well, this trip, I should say, since we're moving pretty quick on making this money back now. So we were taking a little too long just doing it once a week. So hopefully I'll make this money back in the next couple days, and we'll get out there and do it again. So get me my 50 back so we can get going again. Add to the $606.56. That is with my $49 taken out that I spent today. So there we are. Thanks for watching. urban-picker.com. Follow me on Instagram and all that. My Bolo smorgasbord and eBay pages. Or yeah, follow me on eBay too. Why not? Why not? Then you'll get the emails showing you what I listed. So follow me everywhere. Thank you. Share, like, comment. I'm trying to comment back on everybody on YouTube. In the past, I never really did that. So I'm trying to do that now. And here's my hands. Get a mind of their own. And I'm out. See you next time. Thank you. And no, I'm not saying it this time because there was no reason to. You know what I'm saying, G? What's up? But I did it anyway. Later.